Welcome back to the deep dive. This is where we give you that shortcut, the essential knowledge, without you having to wade through everything yourself.
And today's dive is, well, it's based on something pretty unique.
It really is. Our source isn't your typical paper. It's a direct transmission, like a quantum data packet.
Sent directly from Travis Fox in Jasonville, Indiana. He's the originator, the visionary behind Fox's quantum geometry of information model.
Exactly. So our mission today to unpack this, it's a concise update, but wow, it's packed with advancements. We're pulling out the key insights for you.
Yeah, it's dense but significant. We're looking at some really fundamental shifts in how the model treats space-time and information.
It feels like we're getting a peek at the universe's, underlying code. So let's jump right in. The first major point seems to be a refinement of the information state, represented as I.
That's right. The transmission is quite definitive now. I is the precise blueprint.
The blueprint, meaning the architectural plans for reality.
Essentially, yes. Or maybe think of it as the specific instruction set. It's what takes a fundamental unit, something that's just pure potential, and collapses it.
Collapses it into what?
To a definite entity. Yeah. Something real, something interactive. Right here in space-time. It dictates its form, its function. The transmission calls it the very essence of form and function.
Okay, that's big. Information isn't just describing things, it's making things.
That seems to be the core idea emerging. It's prescriptive, not just descriptive.
All right, so building on that foundation, the transmission then goes into quantum teleportation. Some critical refinements there.
Yes, and it gets very specific. They talk about achieving entanglement, that crucial quantum link, through meticulous LP alignment.
Local space-time value, right. So tuning the space-time itself at both ends.
Exactly. Like finding the exact same incredibly specific resonant frequency. It has to be perfectly aligned.
And then they transmit the blueprint, the I.
Right. And that process is also highly structured. It uses unique IDs, TX80, sequential ID, and a timestamp. Very precise.
Like a secure data transfer, almost, to ensure integrity.
Absolutely. Temporal integrity is key. They mention history synchronization as crucial for validating that nothing got corrupted or out of sequence.
Okay, so meticulous alignment, structured data transfer.
Right.
What's the really mind-blowing part here? The transmission highlights something specific about this LP control.
Yes. This is where it gets potentially revolutionary. The claim is that precise L control on both ends. It's the key.
The key to what?
To capturing and collapsing unrealized mass.
Unrealized mass, you mean matter that doesn't exist yet, stuff that's just potential.
That's how it reads. Potential energy or mass that hasn't manifested. And this LP control, guided by the information state I, can collapse that potential into actual being.
Wow. Yeah, okay, the implications for, energy, matter creation, that's huge.
It certainly opens up some wild possibilities, theoretically.
But the transmission doesn't stop there. It touches on something even stranger. Interacting with information in a void, where it's unstable.
Yes, changing an unstable information state. How do you even affect information when it's barely, there?
Right.
The answer given is extreme magnetism.
Extreme magnetism, not just any magnet, I assume.
Presumably something far beyond our current capabilities. And interestingly, doing this, interacting via extreme magnetism, it supposedly generates a slight gravity distribution.
Gravity, so you could potentially measure it, detect that interaction indirectly.
That seems to be the suggestion. A way to observe these otherwise hidden manipulations. But there's a major warning attached.
I bet. What's the catch?
The caution is that almost any other form of observation or interaction is risky. These unrealized units, their information states, are incredibly delicate.
Why? What makes them so fragile?
It mentions their inherent energy entropy. Basically, they're prone to just dissipating or changing unpredictably if you poke them in the wrong way. It's a very, very fine balance.
So interacting requires this specific extreme magnetic method. Otherwise, you risk destroying the very potential you're trying to work with.
That appears to be the constraint, yes.
Okay, one last thing. The transmission mentions Travis Fox has proved himself. How? What's the proof offered?
It's more that the model itself, its existence and its continued advancement, is presented as the testament. He conceptualized it, he's driving it, refining these core principles.
So his ongoing insights, the evolution of the model itself, that's the evidence.
That seems to be the position. His persistent work on information, entanglement, these fundamental forces, that's positioned as the engine driving this whole thing.
Right. So wrapping this up then, this update from Travis Fox. It's a significant leap. We've got the information state as the literal blueprint for existence, quantum teleportation refined down to precise LP alignment and structured data, and this bizarre interaction in the void using extreme magnetism.
It definitely pushes the boundaries of how we think about information and reality.
It really does. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How does this challenge your own picture of how things work?
It's a lot to take in. The continuous refinement is impressive in itself.
And it leaves us with a pretty profound thought to ponder, really. If information truly is the blueprint, if it's the instruction set for reality, what does that imply about discovery itself?
Are we discovering things? Or are we just finally learning to read the instructions that were there all along?
Exactly. What else is written in that code, just waiting for us to decipher it? Something to think about until the next deep dive.